While many federal employees have been off work without pay since what is now the longest government shutdown in U.S. history began 34 days ago, some are still going to work and not receiving a check. Count among those in the unfortunate latter category the 47,000 agents employed by the Transportation Security Administration, including 22 of them who staff the Wenatchee Valley's Pangborn Memorial Airport.
The longer it goes, the worse it'll get.
Jake Shaver is the TSA supervisor at Pangborn and told iFiber1 News that keeping a positive attitude through the payless period, which began back on December 22nd, is critical to maintaining morale among his staff.
It's a little bit different at a smaller airport. We're more of like a work family, and so we take care of each other. We work with them, and so we reach out to any way we can help and assist our officers. And so by staying positive, by leadership staying positive, it helps our officers stay positive.
Honestly, it feels like any other day. I work as hard as I can. I do the best job I can. I know that eventually it's coming. It's just, hanging out until it happens.
Regardless of the fact that TSA's agents, many of whom have now worked well over 100 hours without seeing any wages, know that an eventual end to the shutdown will occur, it doesn't preclude the hardships they are already facing without the presence of a steady paycheck from their employer.
At first, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen, and as the bills started coming in and the stuff, started thinking about food. I've got some kids, and we're getting down to the wire. I need to get food for my son for school, and I'm in the process of trying to purchase a house, and it was supposed to close. I still have to have money for that house, and once I get in it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford it.
So why don't TSA's employees simply quit showing up for work until the shutdown ends? It's a question many people have been asking, and one that carries a lot of potential consequences for TSA staff when it's pondered.
I could choose not to come to work and then I won't have a job.
I've heard stories where if you decide not to come into work, you're pretty much fired. So yes, there is that hanging over our heads that you could be let go if you don't show up. If you try and take vacation, it's not going to be approved. If you take sick leave, then they're going to scrutinize whether you're really sick. They're going to look into it, make sure, at least that's what we've been told. So you have to be very cautious, very careful.
TSA screeners are actually part of a federal employee classification known as accepted, which means they are exempt from any government furlough and required to work indefinitely without pay until such circumstances expire. And although hundreds of TSA workers have already walked off the job since the shutdown began nationwide, all of Pangborn's agents have remained at their post as scheduled.
I love my job, along with me and my coworkers. We love our job. We love protecting the public, and that's why we still come.
Thankfully for Pangborn's TSA employees, they all belong to part of a strong community whose members have stepped forward in many ways to assist them both financially and motivationally.
This government shutdown has really shed a light on people. They've really come out. They've supported us. I've been thanked by the traveling public, passengers coming through here. They're just really thankful for our dedication to be here so they can travel.
I think people realize that we're making the effort to be here, even though we're not being paid. And I think that means something to the public, and it's nice to see that.
We receive a lot of verbal comments and feedback from our passengers thanking us for being at work and for keeping them safe while they travel. I've noticed it the most in this community. I've worked at several different airports over the past 6 years with TSA, and so this community has been the best.
There are federal laws about how the general public can make donations to TSA employees, but Shaver says that grocery store gift cards are a huge help and can be given in $20 increments without violating the administration's code of ethics. None of the TSA employees we spoke with for this piece represent the Transportation Security Administration's official stance on the government shutdown. Reporting for iFiber1 News, I'm Chris Hansen.